I am mainly self-taught on that stuff, and I'm trying to learn as I go. So that was a big accomplishment from me to go from a like version 2 of the world to a version 3, which added a lot of more stuff.
Welcome to Metaverse Degen. I'm Lion.
I'm Old Man Raptor. We got one hell of a guest, and that is...
I'm Brick.
Hello, Brick. Thank you for joining us.
Nice meeting you, Brick.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, Brick, are you a little weighty, or just, you just glad to see us and just walk around? I'm just curious.
I'm gonna leave.
Well,
the amount of times I have heard things like that, oh my god.
something bricked up.
Oh, I bet.
Exactly.
Do you wear brick shoes?
Always.
Did your mom make you wear brick shoes?
Okay, I haven't heard that.
well, okay. Hey, wow, I added one to his list.
So,
yep, marking that one down in a notepad.
What is it you're most known for, and how'd you get started with everything and get into the platform?
I think I'm most known for like content creation on TikTok. That's what I started off doing. Like I'd say like 2.5 years ago. And then I just kind of like got sent down a pipeline of finding like VRchat like clubs and stuff, and I was like, this looks cool. I want to do that. I started DJing, and then I decided I wanted to try and start my own thing as well. And yeah, now I'm here.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Lion, I gotta ask that famous question before we get too far. What was the weirdest thing you ever seen in VR chat when you first came in?
Oh god. Okay. I need to take a minute to think about that. Wait, hold on. There's a lot.
Ooh, boy, this is gonna be great. Gotta love this.
I mean, one of the things I can just say in 3 words: public black cat. That's all I gotta say.
That works. That works. That works for me. No argument there.
Another weird thing that I saw, like this was a while ago. One of the like clubs that I went to like quite a bit, like first like starting out like going to them and stuff. Shelter, everybody and their mother knows Shelter. There was a glitched area that you could get into, like just walking like down the road and like taking a turn. You just fell through the map, and you can get into like a glitched area on the side of the main area. And I went down there by mistake and caught 2 people doing things. I didn't want to be there anymore.
I need
wow, that's a new meaning of falling down the hole and really getting stuck in it, right? Eek. Wow. Okay.
Oh, well, walk us through the start of your VRchat career. What was some of the first instances of clubbing that made you want to DJ and run your own instance? What were those things that inspired you to try?
So for DJing itself, I guess, I like first started going to this one club started by a different content. Ow, that's a fan.
Careful.
No promises.
He brought his fan club in, didn't he? I thought we were supposed to be 3 of us, not the whole fan club. What the hell?
Oh yeah, here you go. Hold on. They want to have a word. I love having a mod mic. Alright, so it was this one club that I went to. They only had 2 stress test events, but it was started by a different content creator. It's called Kaizen. I don't really know what they're doing now. I think they're still working on their world. I haven't really been active, but there were like 2 or 3 DJs, I don't remember all of them, that I saw like doing their thing and stuff, and I just like was just sitting there watching, and like I was just kind of like amazed that you can do this in VRchat. And I was like, I want to do that. And then I like asked my friend, which already was a DJ at the same time as well. I was like, can you teach me how to like do this? Because this looks interesting. This looks fun. I want to do it. And they were more than happy to. And yeah, that's how I started like DJing. It was like off. It was off of a 12-year-old iPad as well.
Oh,
Not
wow.
even like a physical controller at that time.
Wow.
Wow. So, what about that instance inspired you to do that, and what were some of the first events you played at?
Hearing the music, seeing like people like, you know, enjoying. I don't really know how to put it in the words. Just being there. I guess I don't know. I don't really know how to say it. I lost my train of thought.
It's a-okay. So if it helps, I can re-ask the question.
Yeah, that would be.
Oh, yeah. No big deal at all. What inspired you from that instance to go play, and then what were some of your first instances you played for?
So to first like inspired me like to first like start playing. Just seeing those people in that club instance doing it. Seeing how people like were reacting to it and just like enjoying themselves, and it looked super fun. And then the first like I started playing it, the first one was called Core, ran by my friend. There hasn't really been any activity in a while. The next one, I think it was an open decks event. I don't remember where, but I remember I saw the poster. I joined, like, this was before groups came out as well, so I had to like add the host. I joined off them, and then like I asked if there were still any open slots, if I could play, and they were like, sure. And so I did. Started playing. People were enjoying what I was doing. I thought it was god awful, but they didn't think so, I guess. And I was, that made me feel good, and I just have been doing it ever since.
Wow. So when you first started learning, what were you expecting the whole experience to be like versus what you actually experienced?
First started learning, I thought it was gonna be like you had to do like a ton of stuff all at once to make sure it sounds absolutely perfect. When in reality, it's not really how it is. I mean, there is some stuff that you gotta do to make sure it sounds at least decent, but it's not very hard once you know, like, you're told, like, what to do. It's not that hard. It's just, like, matching the beats, make sure it's the same BPM, turning a couple knobs, making sure it's the right volume, and you'll be golden. Also, song selection as well. You'd be pretty good.
So I've heard some people who chat with us tell us how they like doing it, but what is your transition style between the tracks?
So I'm currently still like experimenting with it, but the main thing that I do for more like faster paced stuff, like higher BPM, like hard techno or hardcore, like up tempo, all that stuff. I'd wait till there's like the first song, the track that's actively playing. I wait until it's getting close to its end, and then the track that I have loaded up next, I'll just like have it kind of towards the beginning, not like fully at the beginning, but just like more towards it, and like right where it's about to get to the build up. What was I gonna say? I'll wait till it starts like dying down on the first track, and then I press play on the second track, and I just have to make sure that they're like perfectly in sync with each other. I have the bass turned down on the second track in case anything hits. It is the same BPM. I don't use what is it? Beat matching. I do it all myself. Also crossfader. I had that completely disabled. I just fading in and out. I just use the volume faders.
Oh wow. So how long did it take you to pick that kind of those tricks and up, may I ask?
Uh, it was kind of like, I guess, kind of easier to do it on the iPad. I don't really know how that thing was bad. It kept crashing on me, but uh, it took me probably like a few weeks. Probably I'd say like 4 or 5 weeks to like get it fully like done and good.
Hmm. Okay. Do you still use that iPad now?
No, I don't. I have it still. It's sitting in a drawer. But I have not used it in quite a while.
Oh. So what was it like for you going from that 12-year-old iPad to a proper deck? And did you buy it yourself?
Oh my god. Okay, so yeah, the first part, that was a complete game changer. I was able to do so much more with an actual deck. Uh, which the deck that I like got, it was a Pioneer DDJ FLX4. Very good, like I'd say like the perfect like deck for beginners. And I rocked that for like I believe like almost a year before I got a new one, and that one was actually a birthday gift from my grandma.
Oh.
And then the one that I got recently, I bought on my own.
Oh. Wow. So was each new iteration of a deck something better for you, or did you like it better? Or did you always want to go back to what you were used to?
Uh, no, I can't really say that it was like something I wanted to go back to because I'm still on Pioneer. I just have the FLX6 now, which the difference between the it's just like the FLX6 has more features for like scratching the jog wheels, all that stuff, which I don't use really. Well, I mean, I could use it. I choose not to. I don't really know how. Um, and then it's also a 4-channel controller, which I like because now I am learning how to use 4 channels instead of just 2.
Hmm. Okay.
Gotta restart my.
Okay. So
There we go.
now, what have been some of your favorite events you've played for, and what led to the creation of the club you're running?
So some of my favorite events. One that is owned by somebody that one of my friends I haven't talked to in a little while. It's called The Cave. This was back when I was still on the iPad. Um, that was like it still is like it's still in like the top events that I've played at. Like, just had a genuine good time at. Um, just the whole vibe there was great. I definitely prefer like people to like be around the decks instead of like being off way out in the distance, like in groups talking. That's just my thing. I don't know. Um, I gotta reset my. Uh, and then another one would be at L-Spot Half. That's a like hardcore, harder styles type of venue. I've played there a few times, and each time has been a blast. It's been really fun. And then like the inspiration to start my own thing was actually kind of mainly inspired by L-Spot, which you can kind of see from the warehouse world that I have. You can kind of see the references in there from, or like the inspiration from them. Um, and then just other clubs in general, just me seeing it all and wanting to do my own thing and take my own spin on it.
Okay. So how long has your own thing been going on for, and what have been some of your favorite moments from running the new thing?
Um, it's been going for just over a year now, actually. The 12th was the early first year anniversary event
Oh
that I
wow.
did. I say early because it didn't really, because if I did it like on the actual first year, it wouldn't really align with the type of schedule that I do, which is every other Saturday or Friday. Still trying to figure out which one I wanna do. And the actual first year thing was the 14th, which was on a Monday, so that just wouldn't work. Um, and then some of the best moments there. One of them was on my birthday event because that was when I like I got like most of the world completely like done, finished, working correctly. Because most of the time the world was just in a broken state because I am learning a lot of stuff about Unity like on my own. Granted, I am asking for a lot of help with friends and stuff, and I appreciate them greatly for it. Um, but I am mainly self-taught on that stuff, and I'm trying to learn as I go. So that was a big accomplishment for me to go from a like version 2 of the world to a version 3, which added a lot of more stuff. Um, and then another one was actually like towards the start of the whole like club. One of my first events, there were just a ton of people just vibing, having fun, and like actually like enjoying like the DJs there, the world that I made. Granted, it was very unoptimized at that time, but yeah, it was great. Uh, and then the first year anniversary was also a good time because I got uh lighting working and stuff, like actual like DMX controlled lighting, which if you don't know what that is, it's controlled not by audio link, but it's a MIDI controller in DMX software, and it's controlled externally outside of VRchat,
Oh wow.
like actual stage lighting, which is really cool. I've always been interested in that stuff, and I'm happy that I'm able to like actually use that.
Wow. It sounds like if you started on a whole lot once you've picked up the new project from learning worlds to DMX lighting. What made you want to go in so hard with running a club like that?
Uh, Mainly just my ADHD brain going, I want to do that, 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 I want to do that. And I just kind of like just threw myself into everything at once, which definitely I shouldn't have done, but I did anyways.
Fair. Did you How long did it take till you reach the perfected version of the world, and how long did it take you to learn Unity enough to want to post something?
um, well, the world still isn't like fully perfected. I am just taking a break away from it for now because I just spend way too long trying to learn stuff in Unity, and I need a break.
Hmm.
But to get it to its current point, I started working on it back in April. It took a month to get it fully like revamped and ready to do, and ready for like my birthday event. And then I started working on it a little more like a couple days after that event, and then I took a break again, and then I started doing it again back in say like July. So it's been a while for the current version, couple months. And then for Unity itself, I've been trying to do like world stuff with Unity since 2022. Yeah, no, 2021.
Hmm.
It's been bad.
Fair. Well, I've tried Unity only a handful of times, and every single time my computer cries, crashes, or blue screens. So, all the power to you for my books.
um, I felt that back when I was still on. I was starting to do world stuff back when I was on standalone Quest, and I had a laptop with a third gen i3 and 6 gigabytes of DDR3 RAM. It was screaming in agony. It was not happy.
Oh, so when you got into all this from running the events to learning how to make a world, what were you expecting the journey to be like going into this new project of yours?
Well, I kind of just like threw myself in. Not really expecting anything. Like I would like it to, be a big thing, but I also don't mind if it's not. Any company's better than none. I just kind of I don't know the wording for it. Just do things. I don't know.
That's fair.
Start my audio engine again.
Oh, that's
Sorry.
I can
was
understand that. Oh no, I asked I asked what were you expecting going into the project, but you kind of answered it by just saying you're just doing it. What were some of the hardships starting off with over this or running it this last year, and how did you overcome them?
Most of the hardships was just Unity itself. I had to remake the project so many times because I don't know what I did wrong, but every time I tried doing something different, I'd just get spammed with Udon Sharp errors. And I don't know Udon Sharp. I just know that it runs off of C Sharp, which I don't know anything about coding. So after I started getting spammed with that, I tried asking for help. Nobody knew what was going on. So I just had to make a new project. I think my creator companion was filled with, I think I would say probably around like 20 versions of the project trying to get it working.
Oh, and how
And
did
then,
you overcome that? May I ask?
uh, it finally, it finally decided it wanted to work for the most part. And then also just asking some friends for help, which I've had a lot of help with the most recent version. And I am forever grateful for that because I would have just given up on it if I didn't have that help. I would have just been like, nope, I'm done.
Oh, fair. Now, was that the only hardship you have found, like the multiple versions of the world by running the club, or would everything else just go really smoothly?
Everything else usually went pretty smoothly. There was some issues that I had recently, which I don't really know what it was, but I was doing like a test event and stuff, and for some reason the DMX lights would crash only the 20 series GPUs. So anybody that was running a 20 series was not able to join. It would crash their game immediately, and I had no idea what it was.
Oh,
It was bad.
that's interesting. I wonder why only the 20 series.
I don't know. I've tried asking around, nobody knows. It had something to do with the light bars, which I removed and replaced with different ones that don't crash the 20 series. But still, the fact that it did it's still a mystery to me. I have no idea why it did it.
So, alrighty. So, was optimization, like for example, the DMX system or the rest of the world, was optimization something you're able to do easily, or was that another fun thing to learn?
So actually, it was pretty easy. It was pretty straightforward. The world itself was already like, it was already kind of good with optimization, a little bit at least. But the main things that I had to do to get it like even more optimized was just setting up, what is it? It had something to do with the mesh. I can't remember what it was. I clicked on the FBX in Unity. It was in the inspector. Mesh compression, that's what it was. I had to turn that up on a lot of the models. That helped a bunch. Occlusion culling, which also helped out a bunch. And then using bakery, which is a light baking thing, if you don't know what that is. I was taught how to use that, and I've been using it ever since. I am so glad that I didn't have to use real-time lights, because that would have killed frames. And then after that, it's all pretty good running.
Oh wow. So was all of that? How did you find out about this stuff? Was this like just working with your friends, or yeah?
Uh, pretty much that, and also just me like testing different versions of the world, being like, I don't like how it's doing that. How can I fix it? I tried like figuring it out myself. I couldn't figure it out, so I just like searched it up on like YouTube, wherever else, asking around, on got it how I wanted it.
Okay. So now that you've experienced a year of running events in a club so far, what's next for the venue and what you're up to?
Uh, gonna keep going as I have been for the past year. Gonna keep working on the world, because I mean it's more of passion project, so it's never finished. Um, keep making updates, keep running events, which I need to get on top of again. I've been kind of slacking. I'm one of the only people that is like doing everything, so it's pretty time consuming, but I'm making it work. Yeah, just keep going like normal.
Okay. So do you have any special events that you run through the venue, or do you just do run regular events and holiday stuff?
It's just regular events. Maybe at some point there could be like special events and stuff. Um, like Halloween events, Christmas events, whatever. Still need to like figure out how like I would set all that up.
Hmm.
Aside, excuse me. Aside from uh just normal events, what would be different?
Hmm.
But yeah, just for the most part, it's just all regular stuff.
Alrighty. So what have been some of your favorite interactions with the people who attend your venue, may I ask?
Uh, Mainly people are just like, I don't really know how to describe it. Kind of just like shitposty. I don't know. Just like kind of all over the place. Still following the rules, obviously, but just like just being fun, being funny. Um, uh, Forgot what I was gonna say. Fuck. Um, Shit.
It's all good. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Yeah, I guess just a shitpost vibe.
Okay. Well, I will say thank you very much for joining us, man. It's been an absolute honor to meet you. Before we finish up and start wrapping up, where did your name come from and why do you use it?
That was kind of an interesting, not really interesting, I guess just kind of funny. So, I can be creative with other things, but the main thing that I am not creative with is coming up with online usernames. So, how I got this name is a shortened down version of a name that I got auto-generated on PS4 back in 2018. It started off as, it was like Brick-Broken 31. I was like, okay, I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna rearrange it, Broken Brick 331, and then somewhere along the line it was Broken Brick 332. I was running that for a while in VRchat and stuff, and people usually just like called me just Brick as an abbreviation, I guess. And so so I shortened my name on VRchat down to just Brick, and then that's just what my DJ alias goes on and everything like that. For content creation, I do VR stuff, mainly just VR stuff. I don't really do much else. So for the platforms that I'm on, it's just Broken Brick VR.
Okay.
Keep it simple.
And the avatar you're in, what made you want to use it? Is there anything about it that means anything to you?
So I've always just used like, well, not always. This was all the way back on Standalone Quest. I was just using like smaller avatars. Didn't really look like this. It was more of like something you'd see in like Nani's world, like the smaller one. I used those for a while, and then I had a friend that was using a mint. It was a mint avatar. I it's from the same creator as the Rusk, which is what I'm using right now. I thought that looked kind of cool, and I asked if I could clone it. They let me. I customized it to how I wanted to. And then I started like taking interest into like avatar creation alongside world creation. Started learning my own stuff. Started making a couple just random avatars that like bases that I find. And then I settled with just trying to make a Rusk because it was like it looked similar to the ones that I used to use. I just liked it. I started like messing around with it, and I just stuck with it ever since because this is like my first creation and I'm proud of it. Not this exact one, not my first, but like one of the first models that I've like actually put a lot of effort into, and I've just stuck with it ever since.
Well, if anyone in the audience that wishes to reach out and find you, how would they do so? Or would they go?
Wait, can you say that again? My audio glitched out.
Oh, it's all good. If there's anyone in the audience that wishes to reach out and find you, how would they do so?
You can find me on most platforms, which are all the same, just the same tag. It's Broken Brick VR. It is across literally everything. And then for SYNTH, I don't have like an actual Discord link for it. It's just like a random generated one because it's still pretty small in the server. But there's a card link. It's just SYNTH VR Club. You can find that on Twitter. There's a whole link tree type thing in there, along with in my personal profile. There's a link tree for like not a link tree, but it's a card link, whatever. Same thing. Just for both different things, which I have linked to each other as well.
Okay. Well, all of that will be in the description below for everyone to find. And it's again, Brick, thank you for coming on. It was an honor meeting you. So thank you for your time.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you
Very
for having
much so. Yeah, no problem at all.
Oh. And everything will be in the description for you, the audience, to find right down that way in the Hoobly What's a Thingy. But this is the part where we give you, the audience, a question. With that said, what is one of your favorite, funniest gaming memories? We'd love to hear all about it. And as always, Raptor, you know the thing.
If I don't die first. All right. Here we go. Boy, it really sucks is when you're sick and got a cough and you gotta keep the mic shut down. No matter what you do in here, folks, just like with Brick. Brick's a newbie with what he does, but he's got the heart of gold behind it. No matter what, even if he thinks he's got lead shoes, because he's never heard that one. Haha, I got one on him. And everything else it's like this. You know, oh, don't you know it, Brick? I'll give you some shit if you give me the opportunity. So no matter where you go, folks, and where you be, and if you're listening to this man playing around, guess what? He's not throwing bricks. He's just playing hard rock. Or maybe something else might be soft rock. But no matter what, it's not a paved road. We'll talk to you later. Have a good one. We'll talk to you later. Bye.
Hello, I'm here to interrupt your current video, ask you a favor. Down in the description, down that way, is a link, metaversedegen.card.co, which you have a whole bunch of other places. If you wish to continue following us, we have Twitter, which I run for us, which you get updates and other stuff and random thoughts from me. We have a Discord where Raptor, I, and the entire crew and all the other people we know will be over there hanging out. We game there fairly regularly or hang out in there, so feel free to go over that way and come chat with us. We'd love to meet you. We have a Spotify now. Surprise. Everything from a couple weeks ago forward, we'll have our Spotify content on Fridays. If I remember, we'll put some of our old content forward, but we're going to keep up with our current content on Spotify. So if you wish to watch it there or listen to it there, it'll be there for you as well. Also we have a Patreon, which we have a whole other show, which we haven't been keeping up with, but we're doing our best. But we have a whole other show there for you as well. We would like to give a huge thanks to some of our supporters over that way, which is Future Oracle, Aliquum, Niche, and Forbidden Zero, all of which we thank you very much for everything, and hopefully we'll see you around and you continue to enjoy the content. Enjoy the current video. Bye-bye.